Dan Passarelli here. Happy Monday. Another week to fight it out with the markets. Yeah. So this week we have nothing today, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then we have GDP and PCE coming out, and those are really, really big key data points, the most important ones that the Fed looks at. This is all in advance of the Fed announcement next week, about 10 days from today. So all eyes are going to be facing that direction, but we also have a lot of earnings coming out. Now, here's the thing with earnings. Well, actually, before I even get into that, let's talk about some of the narrative that we heard in the media today. The narrative was, well, the S&P 500 is looking higher because of the flip-flop of the rotation that's been going on. Basically, when we talk about rotation, we talk about growth stocks versus cyclicals. Growth stocks being like mainly tech, like companies that are in a huge growth phase, whereas cyclicals are things that are already established, companies that sell shoes, that they've done that for 30 years and that kind of thing. So there's been a little bit of a narrative that we're going back into the direction of growth stocks, because I read somewhere that a lot of the cyclicals have a lot of debt at this point, which was really the whole reason for the cyclicals growing before at the expense of growth stocks, because the philosophy was that growth stocks had a lot of debt, and when debt gets more expensive, they sell off. So it's a little bit of a weird narrative, especially when they pin it to the chip makers, because if we look at NVIDIA, which is, just the darling here of the market, because they're the AI leaders, NVIDIA was up 4.76% today. But, there's plenty of other chip stocks that maybe weren't, like SMCI, for example. That one was down today about 1.3%. INTC was up 1% today, pretty flat. I mean, very, very small candle. So we got to be a little bit careful when we're listening to these mass media narratives. I think that a lot of times reporters, they look for an answer, but they don't have to look as deep as us traders have to look. So we always want to look at these stocks as individual stocks. That being said, we've got a lot of earnings coming out. We've got some chip stocks announcing earnings very, very soon, including NXPI, which is coming out now. Today, they will be opening tomorrow with the new numbers priced in, and they're going to be having their conference call, and we could see a gap there. That being said, have a great rest of your day. Hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart.